John Stuart Mill. The worth of a state in the long run is the worth of the individuals composing it. The meaning is this, that the true value of a society or a state is determined by the well being and freedom of its individual member. The state should exist to promote the happiness and liberty of its citizens. Soren Kierkegaard was a Danish philosopher. Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forward. He suggests that life is a journey that can only be fully comprehended when reflecting on one's past experience. We cannot predict the future, but we can gain wisdom and insight by looking back on our choices and action. He also said the most common form of despair is not being who you are. Mean, he highlights a form of despair that arises when individuals live inauthentically, not embarrassing their true selves or fulfilling their potential. Truth is a subjective uncertainty. He suggests that truth is subjective, meaning that what is true for one person may not be true for another. Karl Marx was a German philosopher, economist, historian. He said religion is the opium of the people. He argued that it can serve as a form of escape from the harsh realities of life and social inequality. He believed that religion, like opium, could numb the pain of oppression and maintain the status quo by diverting people's attention away from their material conditions. Herbert Spencer was an English philosopher. He is known for his phrase survival of the fittest. The great aim of education is not knowledge but action. He believes that education should equip individuals with the skills and abilities needed to make a positive impact on society. In his view, knowledge should be a means to an end, and that end is practical action for the betterment of oneself and society. The preservation of health should be the first study of those who are interested in their own well being. He suggests that maintaining one's health is a fundamental aspect of self care and personal responsibility. This quote reflects his broader philosophy of self improvement and individual well being. William James, an American philosopher and psychologist, the greatest use of life is to spend it for something that will outlast it. Means that a meaningful and fulfilling life involves dedicating one's time and effort to something that has lasting significance. This quote underscores the value of contributing to the betterment of a society or to a cause that extends beyond one's own lifetime. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. He highlights the power of positive thinking and the role of belief in shaping one's reality. He suggests that having a positive outlook and believing in the worthiness of life can influence one's experience and contribute to a fulfilling existence. The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. Being wise involves knowing which things are worth our attention and concern and which are not. Friedrich Nietzsche was a German philosopher. He said God is dead. He is not asserting that a literal deity has died, but rather expressing the idea that traditional religious and moral values have lost their influence and relevance in modern society. He believed that the decline of religious authority necessitated a re-evaluation of human values and ethics. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Nietzsche emphasized the idea that adversity and challenges can lead to personal growth and resilience. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. Nietzsche speaks to the creative and transformative power of embarrassing chaos and disorder in one's life. He suggests that out of chaos and turmoil, new and innovative ideas and expressions can emerge, similar to the birth of a dancing star. John Dewey was an American philosopher psychologist. He said, education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. He believed that education is not merely a process of preparing students for future life experiences, but is an ongoing and integral part of life itself. He emphasized the idea that education should be focused on the development of skills, knowledge, and habits that allow individuals to actively engage with and contribute to their communities and society. Alfred North Whitehead was a British philosopher. He said, seek simplicity and distrust it. Whitehead emphasizes the importance of simplicity in understanding complex ideas and concepts. However, he also warns against blind trust in simplicity. He believes that simplicity can sometimes lead to an oversimplification of complex matters, which may not fully capture the depth of reality. He said, not ignorance, but ignorance of ignorance is the death of knowledge. He highlights the danger of being unaware of one's own ignorance. He believes that recognizing what one does not know is the first step towards acquiring knowledge and wisdom. Ignorance becomes detrimental when individuals are unaware of their own lack of knowledge. Benedetto was an Italian philosopher. He said, we must believe what we believe, not give ourselves up to beliefs. The philosopher encourages critical thinking and examination of one's belief, rather than unquestioningly adhering to a particular doctrine or ideology. He suggests that individuals should engage in active reflection and scrutiny of their own convictions, allowing for intellectual growth and openness to change. Bertrand Russell was a British philosopher. He said, the good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Russell emphasizes the importance of both love and knowledge in leading a fulfilling and meaningful life. Love provides the motivation and emotional connection, while knowledge enables individuals to make informed and rational decisions. Together, they contribute to a good life. He also said, the whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain of themselves, and wiser people so full of doubts. Russell said that the wiser individuals who are more self-reflective and aware of the limitations of their knowledge. He said, it is the preoccupation with possessions more than anything else that prevent us from living freely and nobly. Russell critiques materialism and excessive focus on material possessions. He suggests that preoccupation with wealth and possessions can hinder individuals from living meaningful and virtuous life.